What is up, juggalos? What is up, everybody? I am back, and I wanted to do this video. It's August 1st. So a lot of people are familiar with a lot of the juggalo community, and I want to do something to, make a lot of the juggalo community jump up and start working together. I'm tired of this whole scenario where, there's the top people in the juggalo community as far as YouTube. I'm like, hey, we're all here together. We should all be trying to make stuff work for each other. It doesn't matter who you are in the Juggalo community, from Juggalo Collectibles, DC Fago guy, the one and only, they always call him, Conservative Juggalo Podcast. There's a whole bunch of other ones I know I'm probably forgetting about to mention here. Anyway. But, I will say my boys at Talks Hits, Manny Fresh, KFT, and Ash, your neighborhood ninja, my boys. Anyway, so I wanted to kind of drive this down for everybody, paying attention and stuff. There's a lot of people talking, they did their YouTube, their juggalos content is just so, negative and stuff. I get some of these people are trying to get that money coming in, some of the people that are monetized here on YouTube, and I understand, but I have some ideas that I think would be super fresh and stuff, and, I did kind of title this video a little bit differently, maybe get more y'all attention, so Conservative Juggalo Podcast and more. So one of the things I didn't say in this video is, I'm looking forward to seeing like a lot of the other ninjas. I want to see more people collabing. I want to see more people. I mentioned a thing before in the video, and I thought it would be super fresh for a bunch of us juggalos to do like a horror movie thing, and we all can check each other's out. We tend to start building these little episodes up and be like, man, I liked, his Juggalo Collectibles. He did a really good horror movie one. Oh man, whatever that guy, DC Fago guy, his was even better, type of thing. So we're building off each other, y'all. We're building and we're making the community stronger. And if there's a channel out there, it's a Juggalo wise and they're trying to get monetized, let's help them out as well, y'all. All right, let's not bury everybody, We're into this together, so let's make sure we're all working out good. Hey, shit, I'm not filming this from no special place. It's from a freaking vehicle. But anyway, so what my point is we need to drive everything big time for the Juggalo community. We need to help as much as possible, and some of the people are, okay, I don't want to be doing, you don't constantly need to be like, oh, I went to this guy's video, I did thumbs up, likes, comments. I'm saying, do stuff that you can handle. Do stuff that you can, be whatever, be supportive however you can, That's what this is about, y'all. It's be supportive when you can, all right? Not asking you to go through and, constantly give a like, give a comment, Let's be real here. Watch the video, Mention some fresh flavor, all right? So these are things that, like, came to my realization that, we need to step up this community. We need to step stuff up, y'all. All right. And the reason I didn't mention this is like, from the Conservative Juggalo Podcast, he mentioned, a bunch of different stuff. And one of the things I didn't mention, and this goes out to you, conservative guy, is a lot of like, the people in the community, I think at the end of the day, forget, the struggles. You got gas, you got maintenance, you got a bunch of stuff. And the reason I mention this is to use, I know since you're conservative, all that, you'll feel me on this is, the prices of everything, sure shot up over the last few years. Stuff totally went to shit, y'all. A lot of people recognize that. Some people don't. Some of these people are so caught up on this other thought of things, and it's like, man, like I told, like, there's a few people I told, I'm like, hey, if you feel that way or whatever about, oh, this guy's running the show good or that guy's running the show good, how come we can't afford to do hardly anything, trying to jack the gas prices up, trying to do this, trying to do that. It's not realistic. So, and another thing I want to throw out here, since we're doing the video and stuff, there's a difference between being broke and having money. All right, so I'm going to explain this real quick for everybody in the video, and everybody to put your comments down below, because I can't wait to see them all, y'all. So, like I said, if you're broke, you're broke. You don't have money. If you got money for smoke, you ain't broke. All right, and I mean that. Just there ain't nothing good that comes from cigarettes, weed, vaping, none of it. All right, and somebody be, oh man, my mental health. Oh, my mental, I use this for my mental health. Let's see, tumors, lung cancer, more cancer, bladder cancer, all these sort of types of cancer, does not sound like a good deal to me. All right. Go hit up some farmers, go get some free eggs, get that ribeye, get some healthy food, y'all. You'll feel good. Most of this other stuff is just garbage. Look into it. Red 40, all this shit they keep feeding Americans and other people. You look at Europe, I'm going to throw this in the video just because y'all still here. I appreciate y'all. Most of Europe, they don't have all these freaking ingredients and all this garbage in the food, So it's kind of interesting. That's another piece to think about. So, but anyway, this thing, at the end of the day, a lot of people get mad since I mentioned that about the smoking, but just think about the kids that are somewhere. That kid is having such a hard time, breathing. His lungs, aren't the best and stuff. And then some assholes got to come along. Oh, yeah, man, these Marlboro cigarettes and stuff. Man, get out of here. So if you see anybody smoking, tell them to quit. All right? Just think about that little kid that's having a hard time breathing. Think about those other people having a hard time breathing. Think about that. And think of how stupid it is, y'all. So, anyway, we're going to jump back into here. I'm lifting up the juggalo community in a big way. We're not going to get into this whole drama. This person said this, that person said that. I'm going to lift up the community in a big way. So, my first big thing to say lift up this community is, I'm going to put first up, is the one and only Conservative Juggalo podcast. I challenge you, that's right, I challenge you to no other than t-shirt versus t-shirt. Hit me up on my channel. Let me know when you're ready to do it, y'all, and stuff. And my t-shirt will verse your t-shirt. I don't give a shit what t-shirt you pick. If we end up picking the same t-shirt, it'll be hilarious, y'all. But let's line this up, y'all. And let's get the Juggalo thing moving good, all right? Because I ain't got nothing but clown love, all right? So, old school Juggalo right here. And I'm going to say this. Will I be seeing a lot of y'all soon? We'll just have to wait and see. Other than that, stick around, y'all. Let's grow this community. Woo woo!